This episode of Bussin' with the Boys is presented by Barstool Sports.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Bussin' with the Boys. I'm sitting here with my friend Will Compton. Now you're wondering, that's not very special. You guys are always on the bus together. But today is a very, very special day. All right? Because top 3 wide receivers should have been Rookie of the Year. A.J. Brown stepped on the bus and had an absolute stellar time. He was electrostatic to be. You can tell by his energy. That's a joke because he actually started off a little slow for us. All right? He was a little quiet. We had to rub him in a little bit.
Get the mic closer to him.
That kind of sounds wrong when you say rub him in a little bit too. But we got him going a little bit. And let me tell you, it's a lot of in-depth stuff. If you're a Titans fan, if you're a football fan in general, you're going to really enjoy this whole entire podcast because talk about football, talk about high school football, talk about college football, talk about NFL football. But I think the general
a lot of good locker room talk.
A lot of good locker room talk too. I'll tell you what.
It seemed like he wanted to fight for a second.
He did want to fight for a second, and I don't think he wants to do that because I gave him that 2-piece and a quick biscuit, dude, to that little left elbow, and it'd be game over. All right, then we wouldn't have a wide receiver anymore. All right, then we have to go find a new wide receiver.
Yeah.
Just sit down, relax, enjoy while you're listening. Maybe after the podcast is over, go hit that little deal, go subscribe and rate 5 stars and leave a comment, okay? Because we're looking. Me and Will are always looking. We're always paying attention to what you guys are doing out there.
We want to add to the wolf pack.
Well, we want to add to you. And you're going to learn a little bit. You might have learned in the last couple podcasts about the tiers. You got tier 1, 2, and 3. Find out who you are and believe in it. But you always want to get to that next notch, dude. You want to go 3 to 2. If you want to do 2, you got to go to 1. But if you're going to be a 1 tier, you got to stick up there with us, dude. Ride or dies. Ride or dies, dude. All right? You're our fucking street rats. You're our street rats, and we're the rat kings right now. All right? We fucking love you. We love everything about you, dude. Bussin' with the Boys. That's Twitter. That's Instagram. And then YouTube is
Facebook.
We have a Facebook.
Got them all. We've
got them all. I don't even do Facebook. No disrespect to Facebook, but I don't even have it.
Yeah, we're not of age. It's older.
It's a little bit over.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, the best one that we should just make one just because is MySpace.
Yeah, shout out MySpace.
MySpace was the best social. It was the best social media ever.
MySpace.
It's kind of gone downhill.
Yeah.
If you get a chance, go ahead and Google Taylor Lewan and Will Compton's MySpace. Not our joint one because we don't have one, but like our own individual separate ones.
I wonder if they still have those.
They do. Dude, the internet's got everything.
Yeah.
It's got absolutely everything out there.
Yeah.
It's a great podcast. Sit back, enjoy. Please rate 5 stars so we can keep this bus afloat, dude. It's stationary. All right. Maybe someday you guys subscribe and keep rating and keep subscribing and unsubscribing and then subscribing again. Maybe this thing will get moving. All right. But that's way down the road. Big hugs, tiny kisses.
Enjoy this podcast presented by Barstool Sports. Like the quality of the quality?
I don't know.
Hey, I'm trying to learn too.
Perfect. We're out here taking notes. There's at the VV's got that, lock that down.
I heard VV and I'm thinking like clarity on like getting a diamond ring or something.
That's
like
what
that.
it is. Yeah.
Oh, okay. There we go. Clarity. There we go. He said, man, I don't know. Hey, Trent, it's funny because Trent.
Are we rolling?
Yep.
Fuck, hey, that's how you fucking do it, Zach. That's good shit. We're fucking rolling. Welcome to Bussin' with the Boys. I'm your host, Dad, Taylor Lewan, 3-time Pro Bowl. It's not a big deal. And then my co-host, Will Compton, is also here.
Journeyman.
He's been doing a great job.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, handsome as hell though. Bought some new teeth a couple years back.
I appreciate
you. You look
that.
great.
Thank
you.
you.
And our guest today is AJ. 1K always open is his Instagram. Absolute stud. He did get 1K. He lived up to his Instagram handle this year. A little scary, a little touch and go there for a second. All right. I think it started off a little. Actually, you started off strong.
Wait. Hang on. As somebody not in the know of the Titans world, so did you put that before your season started, or have you always had 1K?
Yeah, my nickname 1K.
Oh,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Why not 2K?
Because I was like number 1 and I was like number 1 with everything. So
All right.
yeah,
I like it.
every sport I was number 1.
You were number 1?
Yeah.
So that's why you're 11 now, because you can't be number 1?
Right.
Wow, what numbers can receivers be? You guys should be like 10 through
10 and up.
10 and up?
Yeah.
10's a solid number though too.
It
Why
is.
don't I keep you 1?
Yeah, I don't know. I think colleges aren't they doing that now?
College, you can do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have them defensive
Were you
linemen,
number 1 in
fat-ass
college?
defensive linemen.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. But yeah, 1,000 yards. You got it right. Did you get it at the
1,000
last
yards,
game?
snubbed Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
It's debatable.
It's not debatable.
It's debatable. As somebody on the Raiders and watching Josh,
Right.
there was a debate there, but Josh got hurt at the end of the year.
Can you do me a favor? Can you pull up Josh Jacobs? That's his name?
Josh Jacobs, yeah.
Josh Jacobs, pull up his stats.
Now, here's the reason if I had a ballot in front of me, and this isn't because you're on the bus,
We'll give you an opportunity to speak.
but I would have voted for AJ because AJ.
Is he sitting here right now? He beat
No.
your ass?
No. That's why I said I'm not saying this because you're sitting on the bus. I'm saying there's an argument for Josh.
Okay.
But if I'm very unbiased about it, I would have voted for AJ because he finished the entire year and got it. Like he started to get hotter as the year went on.
Yeah.
Josh, he got injured. Had Josh not got injured, I think Josh was going to take the rookie of the year. Murray?
Kyler Murray.
Yeah.
Kyler Murray. That threw me way off. I was like, this is fucking
he
stupid.
won it. He was the first overall pick. Came with a big name.
When it wasn't
he
one of
was-
them two, I was like, it's bullshit. It's,
So you have
it's
242 rushes for 1,100 yards. For a rookie, that's solid, dude. But there's something to be said about only playing 13 games. Only playing 13 games. How many, go back to AJ. See, getting 1,000 yards receiving is way harder than getting 1,000 yards running, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, for sure. There's probably less guys that get 1,000 in the receiving, right?
Right.
And you can talk. You can interrupt us. You bet, hey, comp, so is it harder to get 1,000 yards receiving than it is 1,000 yards rushing?
Of course, he get the ball like almost all the time. I'm getting the ball like maybe 3 times a game, so I got to make it happen.
That's true.
And he getting the ball all the time, so that's just like Derek. All the yards he got, he get the ball every play.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I'll
There's
tell you
a
what.
case for yeah.
If
for sure.
Derek starts like he finished, he gonna have like 2,500 yards.
yeah.
Like, because he didn't start very fast, right? He had like 300, 400 yards after the first 6 games.
I mean, you guys struggled in the first half of the year
Yeah. Well, I didn't help us at all by being suspended for 4 games. That it was not.
and getting a bunch of penalties.
And a bunch of penalties.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, all right.
Hey, go ahead. Hey, tell
we're
him. Fire him
here.
up, AJ.
I'll tell you what. During
Hey, Alex, does he sound all right?
Yeah, you can pull that mic a little closer though. Cool.
during the season, I will say that like AJ as a rookie was one of the more asshole rookies I've ever met, but I mean that as a compliment because I didn't know the right words to say. AJ will call anybody out whenever. I remember it was like we were in camp and AJ, I put some music on and AJ's walking out. You have to walk past the O-line to go to practice. And AJ looked over and we had some girl music playing or whatever, like do-do-do-do-do-do, and I miss you, something like that playing as a joke. And AJ, rookie, hasn't played a game yet. And he goes, hey, that's why our offensive linemen suck, and walk out the door. And it was kind of like, hey, I was like, oh,
right there.
he said he alphaed the fuck out of us. But then he comes out, has a stellar performance, a number one receiver so far, crushed it. Absolutely crushed it. And kind of gained respect for a guy like that. AJ also called me out on every single penalty I've ever had. Every single one I ever
Did
had.
you?
The first person I had to hear from was
Oh
AJ.
my God, bro.
I would like to hear him refute a couple of these things that you're saying about him.
None of them been insults.
Addressing the biggest asshole rookies ever met. How do you feel about that? Do you feel like you're an asshole?
I'm not an asshole though, but I'm on it.
No, you're not an asshole, but
I
you
just
can
like to
call it
call
what it is.
guys out though. I ain't really want to at first though. Just
Yeah.
because I was a rookie. You know what I'm saying? So I just really had to play my role and just shut up and just ball. But as I got to like know Taylor more and stuff like that, I feel like I could. So
Yeah.
that's what really happened.
Were you like that in Ole Miss, right?
Oh yeah, I call guys out all the time because I was like the big dog there. So
Right.
Everybody looked at me anyway.
It was you and DK there, right?
Yeah.
What was with all the stuff at Ole Miss when you were there when all that shit went down, right? With
Yeah, he was
Treadwell and fucking.
Hell yeah,
that was
he
like
was
3
there.
years ago.
Yeah.
What was the deal? How much money did you get to go there? Hey, come on.
He's got to be cautious.
Hey, we got one of those chains right there, didn't you?
Nah, bro.
But you're from Mississippi. Where you from?
Starkville.
Yeah, if you're from Mississippi.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Do you feel like the new rule where guys can now make money in college, that makes way more sense?
I don't know, bro, because if that's the case, you got to pay everybody. Because some people going to get more than other people. You know what I'm saying? So it won't be fair. Like, I would have got paid in college.
Yeah.
Big time. You know what I'm saying? But
more than you already did, yeah.
yeah, no. but a lot of guys still want, they start playing football for the wrong reason. They don't really give a fuck about what's important by winning. So, so that money, just leave it to the pros. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's
Now,
what I
when
feel like.
Ole Miss was recruiting you, Ole Miss wasn't trying. They did it the right way. But was any other teams trying to persuade you with a monetary value? You don't have to say any names.
I ain't gonna say no names.
Roll Tide.
But
Does that happen? Is that out there?
oh yeah, it's
War
definitely
Eagle?
true. Definitely true.
Go Tigers.
Night before signing day, I got a knock on the door, bag full of money in the front.
You're
No
lying.
way.
Swear to God. Yeah.
Bag full of money. Did it have a note?
No, they kind of like tried to leave. We was like, nah, we good, bro. We like,
Really?
you gonna get this. So I swear.
It was like
Don't even wanna
it was like
touch it.
Appalachian
Yeah.
State. Someone just making a push to like small ass school.
Where'd you grow up?
Starkville, Mississippi.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So he was in the backyard.
Yeah, he's in the backyard. Everybody's probably trying to get him. Mississippi State, Ole Miss.
Yeah, why don't you go to Mississippi State?
It was kind of too close, and the coach didn't really recruit me, so
Yeah.
he just expected I was gonna come.
But you and DK, dude, you had some studs
Were
out
you
there.
Ole Miss growing up?
No, I was LSU growing up.
Did they offer you?
Yeah,
Oh well, why didn't you go to LSU?
they ain't really pursued. They just kind of offered me.
So you kind of just saw it like, all right,
Yeah.
fuck y'all.
I almost
I'll
ended
show
up
y'all
going to
going
Alabama.
to Ole Miss.
You was going to Alabama?
Yeah, I was about to go to Alabama.
I feel you.
Crimson Tide lost it.
Hey, that Crimson Tide.
But yeah,
I heard there's a rule in the SEC that if a player is from, and this is like a kind of a fucked up thing, but like if a player is from a state, like if you're from Mississippi, a school can't offer a player more money than the state school
right.
does. Have you heard
So
that?
yes.
Because
So
everybody in the SEC be cheating.
we'll use
They out there.
Alabama. We'll just use the state of Alabama as an
Right.
example. So it's like if I was from Alabama,
And you were a 5-star recruit.
yeah, and Alabama wanted to offer me like $50,000. Nobody outside of the state could offer anything more than that
$50,000.
$50,000. It's like a gentleman's shake that
Right.
you can't pursue somebody else. Now, whether that happens or not, I have no fucking clue.
But you've heard that, right?
I've heard that before.
Okay,
Yes.
I've heard that as
I
well.
never heard that.
You never heard
I
that.
never heard that ever.
Did you heard
Maybe
that?
we're wrong.
I'll tell you what, your brother's at your back. He cares. He cares for sure. The
So
boy,
they both play. He played with DK. You guys were the same year then.
Yeah,
you play with Chad Kelly too?
yeah.
He's slap, isn't he?
Nah, bro, he cool.
He's cool?
Yeah, bro.
I heard some ups and down things
He's
about
a
that
slap
guy.
any. No, he's cold, bro.
Nah.
Like,
Oh, okay. All right. Opinion change.
Yeah,
That's why you
opinion
stay in your
change.
lane.
See, you guys, that's
You
how
gotta
it
stay in
happens.
your lane. You don't go too far one way or another.
Swag cool, bro.
He is?
Yeah, bro.
Because he seemed a little iffy to me. I met him at a tin roof one time on Demumbrian. And he like came up to me and was like, "I'm Chad Kelly." Literally said, "I'm Chad Kelly." I didn't know what that
I
was.
mean, that's how he is, though.
He's
cool,
like
though.
that?
He cool, though. He cool, though.
Where is he play for anybody now?
Oh, he was with the Colts.
He's with the Colts?
Yeah.
Man, if you like him, I like him. All right. I'm about that. Fuck.
Would
See
you?
that?
Would you?
Change
Would
your
you?
opinion just like that?
What'd
dude.
you think about coming onto the bus?
Oh, I was hyped. I was just mad that y'all took too long, so.
Well,
Oh,
we
for
were,
real?
We were COVID.
I hate hearing stuff like that because we try and brainstorm like what to do and how to do because we can only do so many at a time, and so people like give us shit because we don't have them on soon enough.
I know.
And I'm like, we almost feel bad
Well, Derek was mad
asking
too. Derek was
because-
mad when we didn't have him.
Yeah,
on. Yeah.
you almost feel bad asking because it's like, you know what I mean? You don't want to
Yeah.
feel like you're leveraging anybody.
No doubt. You don't want to make somebody try to go on that don't want to go on. I'll tell you what, though, I do appreciate that. You follow the boys? Follow Bussin, subscriber. Oh my God, he doesn't. He's about to, though.
He's a tier 3.
That's
He's
a hard.
tier
He's
3.
a tier 3 guy.
He sees what's happening. Look. Oh, that's DK.
DK wants to get on the thing. I worked out with DK. I tell you about that.
He's on the list.
DK, I worked
Definitely
out.
got to get DK, bro.
Yeah, DK's a beauty. Worked out with him. First time I worked out with him, he threw up.
Really?
Yeah, but I think he ate something bad because he's in shape.
Yeah.
He works hard.
What do you mean he's in shape? Everybody saw that.
No,
fucking
he like,
photo
but there's
going in.
dudes. You see dudes that are rocked up. That dudes in college, like dudes that look like Tarzan, play like Jane type of
Yeah,
dudes.
no doubt.
DK's definitely not that cat, but there are dudes that do that are kind of like, You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Were you the other one in the flex photo?
I was.
Do you?
And I'll tell you, were you upset about how DK got all the love for that? And then there was
Right,
just
that's what
you?
I want to know.
Check this out.
Yeah,
Look
for
at
real.
hey, he's sitting here.
Check this out.
Yeah.
Nah, I want to dress.
It
some
was
stuff.
my idea to take the picture.
No, it was not.
I swear to God. I love DK, but when the picture took off, I was like, damn, like what about me? Like I'm ripped too.
He said, look at
But
me,
look at that. Pull that picture up. Pull it up big.
Like,
because he was the talk the whole time.
Top left.
No, it's loading. There it is.
I'm like,
Yeah, you're
dang.
jacked, dude. But like DK's fucking shredded.
Well,
I mean,
if-
Our boys out here. Like I can't
There's-
sit. I
there's
can't
like-
sit here and tell you
there's
and look
no
in the eye
doubt.
and say,
There's
I'm
no doubt if
trying.
I was you in this photo and hearing everybody else that I would feel a little like.
I mean,
hey,
I'm trying.
guys.
I mean,
Yeah.
like, I ain't too bad myself.
I mean, look at the pec.
pause.
Pause. No pause.
No pause.
But look at the pec definition. He's got that middle slit. DK does not have that. He's got some of the ripples, but you do too.
DK abs just sit on his stomach.
I know it looks like fucking somebody's home designing and put a shelf in the fucking.
It's like yeah,
You know what I'm
like those
saying?
power lifters. You that
Yeah.
have a gut, but it's just like ching 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 all the way
Yeah.
through. That's not, dude. I tell you what, you grow up like that. If I even looked like that half as much of my life, I'd be stoked. If I looked half
No
as much
doubt,
as you,
dude. God.
it's upsetting. Were you always like jacked like that?
Nah.
You had to work for it.
Yeah.
You lying.
When were you not jacked like that?
I mean, I was big, but I
Pull
was
up a picture of
like,
AJ in high
I was
school.
Like fat. I was like fat going into college. Like,
No, you weren't.
I was kind of like
Had some
chubby.
baby fat on?
Yeah.
I'm leaking right now, bro. I'm always sweating so
I kind
bad.
of leaned out.
But you didn't play just football. You played baseball, so you were a stud, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, go to that picture with the orange on. He looks a little chubby in that picture.
I don't know. You kind of if you can see abs through a little shirt.
Yeah, it's
man.
true. The orange doesn't look very. It doesn't look like. Looks like my boy's looking a little thick right there, but you can tell once you zoom it in a little bit. He got some abs.
When DK had all the chirps on him about the route running shit, and then they posted the fucking comeback video. You know what I'm talking about? Did you always kind of know like he was gonna play?
My boy had zero swag in high school, bro. What kind of shorts are those, dude? Hey, it was like floral.
Bro, I left my shorts, so I had to borrow somebody else's shorts.
No way.
Yeah.
That's
I tried
awesome.
to swag it out with the legs.
I see you. The one leg sleeve and the abs. Dude, that's hilarious.
My bad. What you say?
Fuck.
He's talking about
Somebody
talking about DK with his
Yeah, the route
combine.
running. Did you know him getting chirped like it was like you knew he was going to be better than what people were portraying him
for
as?
sure,
like they
for
were
sure.
kind of counting him out. Like he's not
Yeah.
going to run routes. He's
Yeah.
just going to run a straight line.
Yeah, most definitely. DK special, man. Yeah, I feel like he could be the next Calvin Johnson. And I ain't even just hyping my friend.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
he's got the size,
Yeah, for sure.
but Calvin Johnson that was a stud.
Calvin Johnson.
Yeah,
Here's the
he just need to
difference.
take it to the next level, bro. Start high point balls a lot more. It should be over with. DK, I feel like he top 5 in the league soon.
3 years from now, who's the best wide receiver in the league?
Me.
No question.
Say that more. Say that more in the microphone.
Me.
It's not even close.
No question, bro. That's what.
Would you think it's between you and DK in 3 years, or it's you? It's a tough
I'm gonna
question.
speak for myself.
Yeah,
I want to be the
it's all right. You guys speak it.
me,
You guys, yeah,
me,
yes.
me. I feel like one day, bro, soon I'm gonna be the best in the league.
I see you posting stuff all the time about Julio Jones, though.
Yeah,
That's your guy.
yeah.
He's the best player in the league right now.
Best player in the league.
He's the best player or the best receiver.
Receiver.
Is he somebody you've always kind of watched? He was kind of more your inspiration when you were younger and stuff.
Yeah, just growing up, man, and I studied so much of him, man, and he does everything the right way. You know, he no rah guy. Who needs attention. Everybody's saying who's the best receiver, like they say Michael Thomas, or they'll say like other guys, but they always compare him to Julio. Why he's always getting compared to?
Right.
You know, it's him.
He is a fucking.
He went through like a
monster, dude.
year though
He's
without
like an
getting a touchdown, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but look the numbers.
But that's the
he
life
had.
of being a receiver.
What the numbers he had though.
Yeah.
What the yards he was getting.
That's true.
I mean, some of those plays he made in that Super Bowl against the Patriots
Crazy.
when they blew blew
They
that.
blew that. They
Yeah.
blew
But some
that
of those
thing.
plays he was making, it's just the dude is a fucking alien.
He really is.
Who do you think's top 5 right now in the league receivers, excluding yourself?
Exclude yourself.
I'm
Yeah.
not top 5 right now.
Respect that.
Number one's Julio.
One Julio. Who's behind Julio?
So Julio's
You got
2
Julio.
also, and he's 3, and he's 4.
No. Okay.
So all right, so
some names out there.
Odell Beckham Jr. Is he a top 5 wide receiver?
In my opinion,
Yeah.
I don't know.
He was at one point for sure.
Definitely was.
He was, but he had like a sports hernia this past year.
Yeah,
like he
yeah.
had some injuries.
Yeah, most
that
definitely.
slows you down a little bit. But I think he's gonna crush it. Michael Thomas.
Michael Thomas.
I'm getting Michael Thomas.
So Michael Thomas, there's a lot of talk about like he just runs slants and stuff like that. He runs those easy ball routes, and he got Drew Brees. Do you think that plays into it at all?
No, I think he gets like exactly. He gets like 15 targets a game.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
that's crazy. What if you got 15 targets a game? What would happen?
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But okay, back to the
So DeAndre Hopkins, he's got to be top 5.
no, I'm gonna go in order.
All right.
I'm gonna go Julio. I'm gonna go Amari Cooper.
Amari Cooper.
I'm going
Really?
Yes.
But why Amari Cooper at 2?
Yeah, because I feel like people give him a lot of bad.
Nobody is checking Amari Cooper when he want to be checked. Like, trust me.
What's he do that's so good? His route running?
Route running,
It's stupid.
stupid.
What about his release?
Why do you think he gets some disrespect sometimes?
Because I feel like he kind of sometimes shy away from a big game or something. They kind of talk down on him, but can't nobody check that dude, bro. Cool.
So if Amari Cooper wanted to be the best, he could be the best.
right now,
It's about making a mental choice.
but it's Julio too, though. Julio, you know.
Yeah.
Right. These are all people who could be the
Julio's getting
best
old.
with like.
Yeah,
if they're
Julio
just
is slowing
deciding.
down.
He's getting
slowing
older,
down.
man.
Yeah.
What year is he in? I mean, he signed a 3-year, $63 million deal, $61 million guaranteed.
I think he's in like going into like year 9 or 10.
Yeah, I think year 9.
What's a good amount of years for a wide receiver?
Yeah,
Like
I don't know.
12 is like a solid like.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess it depends on your body and stuff. And if you start losing a step and everything else, I don't know. He could probably answer that better than me.
My top 3: Julio, Coop, and I'm gonna go with Calvin Ridley.
Really?
Yes,
Now, why is Calvin Ridley, who's on the same team as Julio Jones, a top 3 wide receiver?
because he run routes just like Amari Cooper. Like nobody's checking none of them guys. Like nobody.
So you're big on the route running. You're big on the
That's how you get
route
open.
running.
That's
I
how
know.
you-
I know
that's
you're
how
about
you
the
get
full body
open.
work.
That's how you get open, man. And them 3 just special. They just stand out to me. They all went to Alabama. You know,
Oh, they did all go to
Man.
That's crazy. I didn't even think about that.
bro. I got all 3. I like all 3.
So why, if you like all those dudes, and I know like Ridley was at Alabama when you were there.
Mm-hmm.
Was Cooper at Alabama when you were there? No, he just left.
Yep.
So why did you go to Alabama? You had 2 dudes that you were watching in high school.
I don't know, bro. I really don't know.
Was it? And now I actually just want to know this. Was there a part of you that's a little nervous, like
To go
being
to-
a high
Hell
schooler
yeah,
to go to
hell
Alabama,
yeah.
and you have like everybody's a top 5.
Because at Ole Miss, he knows he's probably going to play soon.
You go to Ole Miss, you're playing right away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like-
There's nothing wrong with looking at something and being like, choosing the route that
I wanna
you're
play
going to
now.
be there quicker.
Yeah,
Yeah, like
yeah,
looking
yeah.
at a roster and depth chart like Alabama, it's like, fuck, I might not see the field
Until
my
senior year. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Imagine that ego, your ego getting fucking popped like that. Like you're a
Yeah.
junior and you're like, all right, guys, go get him. Fuck, good luck.
because there's guys who
3 rings in your hand though. You're like, fuck it.
Because there's guys who only play their senior year, but they get drafted in the first round.
Yeah, dude, that's crazy.
But yeah, I feel that. You probably look at Bam and it's like, as much as you love him, you still got to do what's going to be my better route to get.
Facts.
Alabama's like USC when we were in high school. Like,
Yeah.
backups are getting drafted.
Yeah.
Matt Castle is getting drafted.
Right.
And he was a
behind
backup at
Liner.
USC.
Yeah.
That's crazy. It had more of a career than Liner.
Yeah.
How
he
wild
did.
is that shit,
I
dude?
know.
So that's top 3. Who you got 4 and 5 for us? There's no 4 and 5.
Them dudes in their own league.
So you think there's a big drop off after that?
Yeah.
That's fair.
You think Antonio Brown's coming back?
I don't know. I can't.
Go
answer
back
that.
down to DeAndre Hopkins.
I like Hop.
So that dude,
He catches everything.
Catches everything.
That's not. It's a different type of receiver.
What makes you a good receiver?
I put him and Michael Thomas in the same category because those type of guys who you throw the ball their way, they're gonna catch everything.
Mm-hmm.
They're not just gonna go out there and just route somebody up.
Right.
You know, them first 3 guys, they're gonna get it done. I feel like Julio can just do all of that.
Right.
You know.
So for your top 3 guys can get double coverage, and they're still going to get open.
Yeah.
Because their running's that good.
Yeah.
Hop and them, like,
Just
you're
still
gonna
throw the ball over there.
You're still throwing it over there.
Yeah.
You're either going to catch it
They
no
gonna
matter
catch
what.
it.
What are like the number 1 things if you're talking to a high school kid right now? Some high school kids listening to this podcast. What were the 3 things or few things you would work on to like be the best wide receiver? Like, what do you need to work on? How do you work on it? What do you do?
Well, my game, I try to work on everything, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Were you always like that growing up too?
Yeah. I
Like if
always
you
work
go
on-
back and talk to your high school sub, yeah, hey, start doing this.
Yeah.
Knowing what you know now.
Oh, it'd be crazy, bro. Like, I try to learn as much. Like, I'm always trying to be a student of the game all the time. You
Yeah.
know, I think that's why I had the success I had like my first year. You know, but I don't know. I honestly, I tell somebody in high school, man, go train out there in Florida, because nowadays everybody
Leaving.
everybody got it now. Everybody got the snap down and the sticking and all that type of stuff. So go train out there in Florida. Go train with Goldfeet or somebody like that, and you'll be on your way.
So do you think if you're a high school football player, like you have an opportunity to go to a place like IMG in Bradenton, Florida?
nah, I won't do that.
You wouldn't go do that.
Nah, hell no.
So, but why
He
not?
said, nah.
But if your one goal is to go to the league to get scholarships, why wouldn't you go to a school like IMG, like an academy that puts dudes out?
Cause it ain't about that. You know, I always feel like if you ball, man, they gonna find you.
Uh-huh.
You know, so even in college, if you ball, you go to a small school and you ball, they gonna find you. It don't matter.
So my sophomore year of high school, like we went 15-0, won the state championship.
Yeah.
We had a wide receiver who was 6'4", 220. He had like Arizona State receiving record and yards that year and touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
Our quarterback was 6'4", like 230, like would throw darts, could throw it a quarter mile. I mean, a running back, Eric Arias, he had like 1,500 yards or something like that. Like we were stupid. Not one of those guys got a scholarship. But I was in a super small town, one school in the whole school district. You know what I'm saying? So like
they supposed to like go travel, like put themselves out there, like
that's the thing that like.
Because I did one camp and my shit took off.
Right.
Yeah.
But if you don't have the means to go to a camp, if you don't, you know what I'm saying? Like if you don't know how to do that, like there's so many kids out there that are playing like 8-man football in Texas right now. They don't know what the fuck's going on.
Yeah.
They go on their farm or whatever and they go play, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like dudes go and play. Like how do you get those kids to get exposure unless they have an opportunity to go to like an academy or something like that where you can get exposure? I mean, I had to go. My coach, Chad DeGrenier.
What'd you do to get exposure?
So that's what I was just going to say. Chad DeGrenier was the head coach of the school I was at, Cactus Shadows. My dad went to him and was like, hey, like, why aren't these kids getting recruited? Like, what's the deal? And Chad literally told my dad, he goes, this is not my job to get these kids into college. It's my job to win high school football games.
Correct.
So my dad literally like 3 weeks later took me out of that school and put me down at a bigger school in Scottsdale, which like everyone's been to Scottsdale. Everyone knows what Scottsdale's about. Like it's a crazy place, but it's, there was a kid there named Craig Rowe who had 20 scholarships. It was the 60th end in the country. And my dad's like, you just go play offensive lineman here. Like you'll get they'll come and see you that way.
So you got
no one's coming up to Cave Creek to see you. Yeah, I had to go to a different school.
Gotcha.
Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, and I didn't want to go. You got all your friends in high school.
Right.
Like some of your friends from high school are your best friends.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? It's the best. But then he made me go. But I would be working construction or some shit like that if I didn't. Legit.
How'd you get your exposure?
He went to one camp.
I went to one camp in Atlanta.
For me, like no one came to Bonne Terre, Missouri to like recruit.
Yeah, how the hell
like,
did you get exposure?
I went to a Nike camp in Indianapolis.
No shit.
Yeah.
How long did that drive?
8 hours.
That's not bad.
Got the linebacker MVP.
You did.
Started getting texts on the way back, on the drive home.
How good did that feel?
Oh, dude, it felt so awesome. Because I would be like, that was like, we're older. I don't know if it was the same with you, because I don't know how all the recruiting works now, but I would be obsessive, like getting online, dialing up the old internet, and looking at rivals.com and scout.com and kind of watching everyone's videos, having self-awareness to be like, am I better than this guy or am I better than that guy? And there was there was a certain set of guys who'd be like, yo, I could be in the top 250.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I would just watch, and then I would search how to get to camps, and I would see that you had to get invites through schools. And honestly, I was kind of a little conceited. Still kind of am, I guess. But I would email the camp coordinators. And kind of saying like the way I would send my tapes, I would kind of send measurables and talk about trying to get an invite to a camp. Got an invite.
You're lying.
I swear to God, I promise.
That's killer.
I bet I can find some old emails, and I don't even want to look at them because I don't even want to really know what I said. But
tell me how great you are.
Probably, maybe not how great I am, but it was kind of throwing in like I can run this or I could do that.
Yeah,
like
no one's gonna believe on you more than you.
Trying to earn like that invite, and I would even type in the subject line "future 4-star."
Yeah.
And I was a 4-star coming out of high school. I swear to God. And my mom and we went to this camp in Indianapolis. It was at Purdue. It was at Purdue Stadium, their facility.
The worst stadium.
We did a camp. I got MVP of the camp and for linebackers. And that's when recruiting kind of started happening for me.
Did you get an offer from Purdue?
No. My first offer was Illinois. It was like Illinois, Michigan was there. They just started talking.
And Michigan offered you?
They started texting me. They never came through with the scholarship offer.
Michigan, y'all fucked up.
I wanted Notre Dame the most, kind of like the way you were with Bama. Like I wanted Notre Dame. They didn't offer me till very late, and I was kind of just bitter by that point because I had already kind of committed to Nebraska, and I was like, listen, I went to your guys' camp literally every year in high school, and you guys didn't offer me until like your guy didn't commit on the Army game.
Right.
Then you offer me, type of thing. But yeah, bro, that's kind of how I got exposed.
Jesus Christ. That's some crazy shit.
I know. We would send like VHS tapes, writing on them. Profile, like my mom would make them. We'd mail them out to every college. Dude,
I transferred schools and got 2 scholarships off of running a 40, and then I took my first 2 games of playing offensive line and I put it out there. That's how I got all my stuff, just off 2 games.
That's awesome.
It was like in my senior year too. It's crazy because I thought I was legit like.
So you were actually offered later. See, I'm going to these camps like before senior year, before junior year.
I was like when I was trying to explain to AJ, I was like, I didn't know what the fuck to do. I didn't know how to get exposure. I was like, I'll just play football, and then they like some crystal ball like Taylor Lewan will be good, and then they kind of like set it out. Yeah. Like that's not how that works. So I transferred, and like I'm going into my senior year, and like it was spring ball. Do y'all have spring ball in the South?
Yeah.
So
they do it all. They do meetings and shit.
Yeah, they do meetings and shit, huh? That's why the South's the best football besides Arizona. But when I we were doing spring ball, and some dude from Utah State came up to me, and he was like, "Hey man, love to have you." Blah blah blah. Like he was so nonchalant. And then like my coach was like, "Hey, they offered you a scholarship." I was like, "I'm going to the fucking NFL." I've told you that story.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to him.
I told him, I'm going to
No,
the
you
fucking
feel like
NFL.
that though when you start getting
Bro,
them letters
I
in the
get-
mail and you see that logo, you're like, let's fucking go, dude.
I would take all the letters I would get from schools, like literally like the last 5 months or whatever, because I only got offers my senior year, and I would pin up every single letter I got. And by the end of my senior year,
Covered
like
it
I had a whole wall,
Right.
Yeah.
like
Dude, it
from,
feels so
from
good.
top to bottom, just letters everywhere. Love to have you. All these coaches just blowing you, trying to get you.
Friends
to go
come
to
over to
school.
play a video
I still
game or
got
something.
mine.
You still got all of them?
All of them.
No way.
All of them back
You
at
got to
home.
get like 4 or 5 of them things, and the rest of them just kind of like throw them away or
still
something like
got
that.
all of 'em.
You probably got a whole thing because you were all American, right?
Yeah.
You had an Under Armour game.
Yep.
So was your high
That's a
school
move.
really good?
Yeah, you can say that.
And
you
you
win
were
state?
obviously the man at the school.
All right. Okay. I see you.
So through your camp and playing at school, like everybody kind of knew about AJ Brown.
Yeah.
You say it was on this. It says you were ranked.
Oh,
number
ranked 5 wide receiver in the country. Were
And
you
look,
five
look
star
at the
or
other
4?
5 wide receivers that were ranked the same year as AJ.
He probably knows them. I bet he knows them.
You know who they were?
Nikhil.
Yeah, he does know all of them, bro. He knows all of
Nikhil
them.
has to be one.
Who?
Nikhil Harry. He got drafted over me.
Over you?
He got drafted over.
Oh yeah,
you
you
too.
were a 2nd round pick, bro.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Titans got a little bit of a steal there, huh?
I'm a little hot about that.
I would be hot too. I'll tell you what though, and John's gonna be pissed at me for saying this, but like being a 2nd round pick is almost better than being a 1st round pick.
Yeah.
Because you get that contract faster.
Yeah.
You get that money faster, the real money. If it was old CBA,
That real.
if it was old CBA, I'd be pissed. But you don't want to be a 1st round pick in this new CBA.
2015 or 2016?
16.
By the time you get that next deal, you're gonna have to know what VV means.
There's gonna be a lot of them.
I know.
A lot of VV.
He's gonna have to walk in the store and kind of explain, like, "Nah, I want this one."
Hey, I hit up AJ when he came back. He was doing his little smart thing, driving back from wherever he was getting his grill from. And I hit him up. I was like, "Where'd you get that?" And he sent me the information. Now I'm talking to the dude trying to get a grill.
I know you were telling me that you wanted the lettuce, you wanted the grill, you wanted the tats.
I know, but
you
I
wanted the
fucking
swagger.
sold on the
you wanted
lettuce,
you
bro.
want the visor. You want kind of the skill position face mask.
Yeah.
You want to be like a running back playing left tackle.
There's no offensive lineman has more swag than me, huh?
Nah, don't nobody talking much.
Hey, you know it though. You gotta keep them on their toes, man. Mental warfare. That's what it's all about.
You think Taylor's the swaggiest O lineman?
Yeah, you be swagged out.
See?
I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
I have a quarterback towel for no fucking reason.
Oh, I know. Same.
Every game quarterback towel.
Cut with the boys in the locker room
That's
before the game.
crazy.
What's that?
I'm looking at that. That's crazy.
Oh yeah, here we go. Here's the top. What do we got?
No, I think this is 15. Oh no, it says
16.
Yeah.
Who's
Nate
that?
Craig.
Nate Craig.
Where's he at now?
I think it was at Colorado. He transferred to Colorado.
Yep. Didn't work out.
Didn't work.
Sorry, Nate.
Tyler Vaughn's.
Tyler
Where's he
Vaughn's.
at?
That's out. I'll commit to USC though. I want to go to USC so bad. Who is that?
I think he just got drafted. Devin?
Devin Bevernov,
I don't
Texas.
know. I don't know who that is.
These are the Sports
David
Illustrated
Dixon?
rankings.
This was Sports Illustrated. See, I think
Yeah.
that's. I think you're off then,
Yeah.
because they're
Yeah,
showing
Howard.
Scout.com. Everybody knows that it's like, it's right. Is it still Rivals, or was it Rivals when you were coming
Oh,
out?
DK. There's DK. He's the same year as you, right?
Yeah. I think
So
it's
you
ESPN.
weren't even top 10.
I
Damn.
ain't even.
This place disrespected the fuck out of you.
Who was
bro.
drafted ahead of you this past year?
Nikhil Harry, Marquise Brown, and Debo Samuel.
Deebo's a stud, right?
Debo stud.
You don't like them at all, huh?
Oh, I don't got no problem with them.
See, when I got drafted, I literally have a napkin from the day I got drafted, and I wrote down every single player's name that got drafted ahead of me. 2 offensive linemen got drafted ahead of me.
2.
Well, even now the path.
How many players got drafted ahead of you?
10.
Okay. 10.
Oh, dog, trust me. He'll talk about his first round stories. And
I was fucking. Do you see that chip right there, dude? It's getting stale. It's been on there for so long. I got a chip on
chip
that
on the shoulder
shoulder.
for being
Oh,
drafted.
wow.
What 13th overall?
11th.
11th.
I think Odell was 13th. No, he was 12th. He was right after me.
You always got to appreciate, no matter where anybody's drafted, they have their own
Unless you're number
pissed
one.
off story in
Yeah.
their head.
Yeah.
Bro,
Because I'll listen to both of you guys. I'm like, "Ah, guys, I was fucking undrafted.
yeah.
But y'all, I'm sitting here listening to you talking about 10 people ahead of you.
Yeah.
He's probably thinking, yo, try being in the second round.
yeah, and you're
know what I
thinking,
mean?
man, these motherfuckers got drafted.
I know, these motherfuckers, they were probably there thinking they're going to get a call. He was probably thinking he was going to get that call on day one. Pissed off going to bed.
Cried.
Did you really?
What?
You cried after not getting drafted?
Devastating.
Bro, well, DK was a 3rd round pick, right? Or second? Second round pick?
Yeah.
But he was at the draft.
Yeah, he was at the draft.
That's
Man.
crazy.
Were you invited to go there?
Nah. I went to.
Were you salty about that?
Oh, man, you know it.
You would have went too. How bad do you think you would have felt
would
though,
he
if
have
you're
went?
sitting
Have you
there
seen his Instagram?
when 32's picked and you were like you
So
watching?
check this out. After that, I just knew I was going to the Patriots because I was a big Patriots fan.
You knew you were going to Patriots.
I just knew it.
Okay.
Everything went fine with them. And I got a phone call, and I'm like, "This it?" But it wasn't it. It was my agent. And so he was like, "Just sit tight." And I'm like, "Okay."
Were the Patriots about to pick?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he was like, "They finna take a receiver." And I'm like, "Okay, cool, bet." You know,
You think it was you?
I just saw the time just kept going down on the Patriots clock, and I was like, they tripping, like, oh, what the hell is going on, you know? So they ended up picking, said the pick is in. I know I ain't got a phone call right now, so I'm like, this shit over.
Yeah.
So I told my brother, I told D, I said, bro, let's go. And I left everybody at the house and went home. I went in the closet and cried my eyes out, bro.
You cried.
I swear.
How many people were at your house?
Oh, I had like a little get together. So I love everybody. My dad, everybody was looking for me out, and he was like, he gone. Like, just leave me alone.
So what did he do? Did he just drove you home?
I called an Uber. Quick.
You called the Uber?
Quick, I swear. Left my car
I
in
bet
there.
people people trying to talk to you. AJ, it's cool. Man, don't touch me, man. Don't touch
Yeah,
me. You're
were the
mad.
Patriots the last pick of the first round?
Yeah.
And
I
you
was
just
like,
felt like, just based on your
You
visits
lucked
and
out.
everything
You
else.
lucked out so much not being
I
that
was
32nd
like-
pick, bro.
I was like, what?
Who knows?
No, he lucked out.
Maybe the
What do
Patriots
you
would
mean?
have won that first round in the playoffs. They had AJ Brown.
They
Because
might
the
have.
thought was that they didn't have any receivers, no firepower.
That's true, they
for
did say
TB12
that.
to throw to.
No question.
It could have been AJ.
Yeah, but listen to this. TB12's gone now.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
And also-
I agree. He's in a great situation. I'm just trying to play the other side.
Yeah.
Titans
Trying to
are
play devil's
Titans
advocate.
Titans are in a similar position that the Jacksonville Jaguars were in 2016, or 17, because in 2016 they made it to the AFC Championship.
Yeah.
crushed
Next
it.
year
They
was
were
like
killing dudes.
defense.
That's
the
when
team,
Saxonville
yeah.
was like a big thing and all
Saxon-
that.
yeah, that's right.
Calais Campbell was like a free agent acquisition that like going into that year, and then Jacksonville started going the other way. Like started arguing. Like I've heard a lot of things about that franchise. No disrespect to Jacksonville. You guys are a great franchise, I guess. But the
Gotta say it for the-
Titans.
gotta say it for the
I
podcast,
gotta say
but
it
let's
for
go
the
to the next
podcast, honestly, because there's probably some Jacksonville Jaguars fans out there. Shout out Brandon Linder. Big fan of Josh Allen too from Kentucky. Good pass rusher. But
Are you?
no, he's all right. We're in that position right now. Like, you kind of feel that, like, you weren't there for that, but like, I feel like we're in a crossroads as a franchise because you weren't there when we were 2-14 and 3-13, but shit was dark. Like that building was.
Well, that's a
not
good.
fun.
I think that's a good thing that plays into his hand better because he doesn't really know. He only knows a standard this year, so he knows what to carry into the next year
Well,
instead of thinking about.
Well, AJ,
I was down at when we was 2-4. I was like, what the fuck?
well, you were like, what the?
yeah, welcome to the NFL. Like that's how that should happen.
I'll tell you what,
I'm sure Vrabel gave you guys the horse race story and everything. Put the blinders on.
Yeah. He did. He fucking did. Yo, that's hilarious.
The league's built for 8-8, guys.
Yeah, Now watch
Hey,
this,
you
watch this
know
guy in
that-
the middle of the pack. Watch this guy. Hey, Vrabel, I know you're listening. Shout out Mike Vrabel, dude. Dude, when I was at Michigan, we lost.
Yeah.
Like, we lost. We were one year we went 11-3 and made it to the Sugar Bowl, won the Sugar Bowl. That was a cool year. Other than that, we didn't do shit.
I ain't know
Like, we
that.
were very irrelevant. But like, one thing losing teaches you is how to act when you lose. It teaches you how your work ethic. Because if you don't give a shit about football and you're losing, what are you gonna do? You're gonna hang that shit up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, it was kind of cool to see that at AJ. Like, he's like, yeah, we lost in college, but like, it teaches you something. It teaches you like you just got to work regardless. And he ends up getting 1,000 yards. I also remember you coming up to me week 17. It was like the first quarter, the second quarter, and you're like, bro, I got it. Got 1,000. He was so
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
He wanted that 1,000 so bad, dude.
Yeah. I wasn't
epic.
starting like, so I was just playing like a couple of snaps here and there, you know. So I got out to a slow start. So and once I started starting, it was over.
Why do you think you started off to a slow start? Just like picking up the playbook, or what was the deal?
No, they just didn't want to they just bring me along slow. Like kept saying, like, we're gonna throw you some more plays here and there. And I'm like, throw me the ball now.
Yeah.
And I'm like, so, but it's okay though.
What were you? What was your thought process like when like Denver happened? Like when Marcus got benched and all that.
Oh, bro, I feel like part of it was my fault.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you did make a
Yeah,
statement
'cause-
feeling like it
'cause-
was your fault.
Because I'm out here running routes, so I got to get open. We're part of the pass protection, so if we don't get open fast enough, he gonna get sacked. So he holding the ball or whatever. So I took it as in me, I need to do a better job. A lot of guys probably won't do that, but you know, I'm not like other guys. I try to hold myself accountable. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, I was devastated. You know, Mark is my dog. You know, what I'm
He's
saying?
a boy.
Yeah, man. But that's probably why I got a penalty like the next play on the drive that he got benched. And Tannehill came in, I threw a dude to the fucking ground. I threw Chris Harris to the ground. Like
You kind of treated
hell.
him bad that game.
I was mad as hell.
Well, you broke him
Just
off too.
bullied him,
There was a penalty. Was that the penalty you got?
And I ran
when
way
you ran
down the
it back?
field. Yes. Yeah. And I was like,
Because what they say you did? They say you pushed off.
yeah, but that's
But did you push off?
oh yeah, 25 yards. He grabbing me. Well, I can't grab him.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's real. That's real.
What are some of your I'm trying to figure out a good rookie story.
I don't have. I mean,
You
for
would
me,
probably know. I don't know. Maybe you can.
I don't remember. Like
Oh.
I remember AJ was upset about.
How'd you do it? How'd you do in your rookie skit?
Oh, I mean, I just kind of like BS'd around that.
He said,
Yeah, when nobody bullying me. Yeah.
Oh, you didn't do a rookie skit?
No, I did that, but like you know how like Ricky Hazen and stuff like that. When nobody finna do that to me. And I told all them boys like we can fight right now.
The year before when we were there, we
Hey, the worst kind of rookie.
yeah, the worst kind of rookie that doesn't know how to like. Hey,
You're just
listen,
like, hey man,
it's
just like
part
take
of
the
it.
joke, man.
Yeah.
No, we can fucking box right here.
The one's like,
no,
no,
man,
I'm
it's
gonna
kinda-
fight. Like,
It's kind of just a
Alright.
gig. Like we all got to do this.
yeah.
Like
The one when the year before when I was there, remember we cut all the rookies' hair in the shower?
yeah.
that
I mean, they had
was-
fun
yeah,
with that.
no.
What do you mean? We probably gave him a haircut like you got.
I wouldn't.
Oh my god.
I mean, they were good sports about it. It's I want to say we didn't bully them to make their haircut.
I don't think anybody
It's
really got
the rookie
bullied.
skits were going so bad that we were like, hey, something's got to happen.
Yeah.
That's when I did the Vrabel skit.
Vrabel
Vrabel
skit,
bit.
You did good. What'd you think of the bit we did in the Zoom thing? Do you think that was funny at all?
Yeah, that was funny.
You thought it was funny?
Yeah. I thought
Thank
y'all
God.
was just BS, and I was like,
Taylor and I were
We were
very
tripping
nervous
about that, dude.
about
We were
like
very, very nervous.
y'all did good though.
I'll tell you what, because Vrabel hit us up. out of
Literally
nowhere.
7
Gave us
days
a week.
before.
Gave us 7
Gave us
days.
1
It was like,
week.
yeah, you and Frank get together. Like we know Frank. Like we know, like we're boys. with
Frank
him.
Caliendo for people
Yeah,
listening.
yeah. We had to do a skit with Frank, and it ended up going really well. Frank's a pro at being
Yeah.
a comedian, dude.
Yes,
He did a good job. He was killing everybody, bro.
because he would tell us like, no, we're not going to do that because that's kind of stupid.
Yeah, yeah. He would legit say that.
Okay, yeah, you know the drill.
That's hilarious. We got fan questions.
Yeah.
Let's pull some fan questions up, dude.
You guys kind of touched on this one earlier with AJ calling everybody out whenever they need to be.
Yeah.
Do you remember what you were saying here, AJ?
I
was
think
that?
What did
me?
AJ say to Taylor during this Chiefs game penalty?
A
damn.
bunch of people asked about this. You must have got on him. For like
yeah, I told him, I was like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? Like, just shut up. Like, and he would not shut up. Like, Taylor's the type of player, we in the huddle. He over there talking shit to the dude. I'm like, bro, come back. Like, the play about over. Like,
Talking to the pass rusher?
yeah, like, bro, just come back
Hey, you're
over
weak
here.
as fuck. You're weak as fuck. And he's like, hey, get over in the huddle.
Yeah, I got aggressive like that, dude.
Yeah, Taylor. I feel like Taylor came back and he was trying to prove a point. You know, after.
I was, dude. Well, the thing was, Matt Neely, shout out Matt Neely, dude, RP Matt Neely. He was watching, I was watching that, the Jaguars game.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember all this stuff coming out on Twitter. It was like, oh, when Taylor gets back, the offense will be fixed. It'll be this or that. I remember being like, looking at my wife, like, there's no way. I remember telling you that too.
Yeah.
I was like, there's no way I can come back and fix an offense. Like, what are they
Yeah.
talking about? I'm an offensive lineman.
Yeah.
And then, but like, I got it in my head, like, yo, you can do that. You can fix all these things. Like, just play super hard. I ended up getting so many penalties. But it was after that game I like Eminem myself.
Let me, before we even start this whole thing, my penalties are a problem. I am 100% an issue with that. It's not intentional. I do not mean to do it. My intentions are good. I'm just trying to finish. And it's killing the team. And I know that. You guys need to know that. No one needs to call me out or anything because I got it, boys. I am completely screwing the team with the amount of penalties I've had in these last, 6 games? It's crazy. It's horrible. I cannot get penalties. I'm sorry. There's no need to ask about it because I know I'm an absolute liability when it comes to penalties.
Like, went after myself pretty hard.
Oh, when you came out with the
Like, AJ
the legendary guys, I know I'm the problem.
Yeah, I'm a piece of shit. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
awful. I'm this, I'm that.
Smart. That was smart.
Like that picture right there, like literally, I think 4 days went by, AJ wouldn't even talk to me.
Yeah, I wanted to fight Taylor. I ain't gonna lie. I was mad.
Yeah,
I
you got
wanted to
that.
fight
You got to get your
wanna
ass
fight
beat too. That would have been sad, bro. Oh my god. What do you think-
Hey, easy boys. We're on the
What do you
bus.
think
This
would
is
happen?
busting with the boys.
What you think? What you mean? What would happen?
Hey, get that mic close. Get that mic close.
What do you think? What do you think would have happened if we fought?
It's all good. We can find out. We still gonna be boys afterwards.
No question.
Yeah,
We could be
okay.
boys after.
That's all. Hey, we good.
We
Then.
both knock each other out in the hospital. Like, we're out. We're out.
You guys want to know where I was during this game?
You're at home.
No, remember I was in the cold tub. You guys played. I think we played a Thursday night game, so we were able to watch your guys' game.
I'm leaving.
And you guys are having that day game, coming back on the Chiefs or beating the Chiefs.
We were down 10-0.
That's right. Because Rashawn had that huge return for a touchdown.
Huge return for a touchdown.
Yep.
And I was like in the cold tub trying to follow my phone, kind of bad service in the cold tub. And then I saw it was coming down to like the final drive. And you guys were in it. Because I remember there was a spot where it's like, fuck, they're going to lose this game.
And Kalu had that block.
Dude. And so I'm like rushing out of the cold tub because I see it's coming down to like the last drive. You guys are on defense now and ahead. And it's like, fuck, it's also Patrick Mahomes. So these guys can drive ASAP if they wanted to.
ASAP, dude, with their receiving core.
Yeah, and that's no disrespect to the defense. It's just the Chiefs.
Yeah.
So I'm like rushing. I throw a towel on. I'm rushing. I'm literally standing like outside of the weight room watching the big screen TVs because the weight room was locked up at that time because it was like an off day. So I'm like standing in my towel, like underneath naked, and just getting out of the shower and just watching from outside the facility the big screen TVs. And that's when Josh blocked the kick. And I'm like going hype because obviously that was like right before I went there. So I had steady been tailgating for Titans games and rooting for the boys because
Right.
obviously the boys. And that's when Jayon called me in the locker room after the game. Remember?
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
trying
yeah.
to call you. Like, man, I bet it's so crazy in there because y'all beat. That was like a pivotal point for you guys.
That was like
If you guys lost that game going into the bye week, it was gonna be a wrap for the season.
Horrible.
In my opinion.
that was a big momentum changer for sure.
And you guys
we went on a run after that.
right, because they're like considered like one of the best teams in the NFL, and you guys beat them. And it's like from that
they won
point,
the Super Bowl.
right? Yeah, you're right. That's
They
true.
took it
I'm
to
just
the
putting myself back in that moment.
Yeah.
Then you guys go into the bye week with new kind of
won the
life and
Super Bowl.
momentum, and then you guys just fucking go on that tear.
That's the last.
back half of the year.
That's the last game the Chiefs won. Lost. Excuse me. That's the last game they lost.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, they haven't lost since.
You guys need some of that ring.
I legit thought to myself when we went to Kansas City, I was like, because I've never lost to Kansas City. Like we're like 3-0 against them for whatever reason. Like and we'd always be down.
Yeah.
And like 2 of those 3 wins were at Arrowhead.
Yeah.
And so I was like, man, we're about to go to this fucking Super Bowl. Like in my head, I'm like, yo, we got this. Penalties were locked in, fucking taking care of business. We fucking lost that thing.
I mean, I thought you guys were gonna win too.
We lost the
I
fucking
mean, the way you
thing.
guys beat New
no,
England
no.
and Baltimore, it's like, yo, these motherfuckers are gonna mess around. And
But
win
then
the Super Bowl.
you watch the Houston game, and I remember it being like 23, whatever the score was in the Houston game. Kansas City versus Houston.
Oh my god.
I remember
was
watching
so
that,
happy.
and I literally thought to myself, Kansas City's still going to win this game.
Right,
No,
'cause
at no
they
point.
almost scored too fast. What'd you think? Do you
I
think
wanted,
they're
I
gonna come
wanted
back?
Houston to win so
Oh
bad.
my god, same dude! I wanted Houston to win that game so bad.
Hey, I was like, bro, we going to the Super Bowl.
and we would have, how we were playing, we would have fucking ran over.
And I was like,
that
Houston
thing.
again? Yeah, I know they want to see me
At Houston too.
I know they don't want to see.
Hey, you had that
Oh,
catch in
man.
week 17
Man.
too. Oh
Bro,
my
trust.
god,
That'd have been a good game, but
that would have been a really good
Kansas
game.
City just got too many weapons. Yeah, I mean, no matter what we could have did, they got too many weapons.
They're definitely.
Did you make Miami plans before your?
Oh no,
before the
no,
Chiefs
no,
game?
no.
Shit,
I know a couple guys did.
You did. You were Barstool.
I was about to. Oh yeah, the Barstool thing
Yeah.
for sure. But I meant like to go as like a supporter.
Yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah. You guys go to the Super Bowl?
How are you getting tickets?
My boys in the thing? From you. You can play it however you want. Hey, you're giving me tickets,
But
motherfucker.
you gotta pay for them things. Isn't it?
Yeah, I know you would have
Expensive,
done
bro.
a whole bit to me about it, but you don't hook me up with tickets,
no
dude.
question. Dude. I would have give you for face value. I would have given you tickets. No question. I'd have had your fucking back, my guy. Hey, who loves you the most? Toughest corner you faced?
Jalen Ramsey.
James Ramsey's a stud. He's a boy too. He's been on the bus.
Yeah, I know.
It's our guy.
Did you guys play the Rams this year?
No,
No.
we played. He was in Jacksonville. It was
Oh,
the second
yeah,
game.
yeah, yeah.
That was my worst game
Ever
ever.
because of Ramsey.
Nah, but it was just real bad. It was wet, and I just got in my own head.
Why do you think
was young.
Jalen's so good? Or what makes him so good to like go against that makes you
I don't know,
respect
'cause,
him this much?
You know, I'm young. You know, I talk back. You know, and he talk a lot. So I was gonna back down, and I was not focused on what I needed to focus on.
Yeah.
And so
Takes a
if I play him
special
again,
breed.
if I play him again, like I probably wouldn't say nothing to him. I just
He
He
say
came
nothing?
on.
I'll say something to him
I
for you.
wouldn't say nothing.
Yeah, hey,
I
he
like
came on here
Jalen. I like
talking
Jalen. I
about.
love talking shit to Jalen.
He's funny, dude.
He's funny.
he's
as hell,
funny.
man.
He came on here talking about. I mean, really anything that come to his head. I'm like, hey.
He would say anything, bro.
When he talked about not going back to Jacksonville, I'm like, hey, what about Jacksonville? Because you're not trying to corner anybody.
No,
to say
we
that.
said, what team would you want to play for?
Yeah, but
he
he
was
said
like-
he mentioned him. I go, what about Jacksonville? He's like, we're talking about the future.
Either here or Vegas.
When Oakland goes to Vegas.
Yeah.
Why is that? Why Vegas?
Yeah, that
What?
shit.
You just say the city Vegas. There's nothing
Yeah.
there. He's like, here Vegas.
Yeah, Vegas. Vegas.
Why Vegas? You like Vegas?
Yeah, I like Vegas. They ain't got no state income tax. I mean, here don't either, but
And
Vegas,
neither does Florida.
I mean, yeah, but you feel me? We thinking about.
Yeah, my fault. Yeah,
We're making the
thinking about
move.
future.
Yeah,
we
We're
got
thinking
the, we
down
got
the road.
the,
yeah, we was
we
making.
got the loading trucks
Yeah,
packed,
we
dude.
was making the move.
Remember, we're like, oh, okay.
Oh, fuck.
And then he's talking about how he smacks talks receivers. And he said in college he would look up who they're dating or something and then DM them,
That shit
DM the
wouldn't do
girl.
nothing to me.
What would you do?
Laugh.
If you had a girl and they fucking said something about your girl, you wouldn't do nothing?
Nah.
Because it's a game. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it don't matter.
I feel
What if he said he had the receipt?
What if he had the receipt in his pocket and he pulled the receipt out?
I mean, if he did all that, he can have
What if he pulled out his phone?
Would that throw you off your game, you feel like, though?
Nah,
He says he does in the NFL. He's
Nah.
like, because these guys, they have wives now. And he's like, I'm not
Nah,
going to go over that line.
she belongs to the streets then.
Hey, that's, I mean, you can't be mad at the boy. He's not wrong. What else we got?
Who's the funniest guy to be around in the locker room?
Who's real funny? Taylor. Gotta be Taylor.
In the locker room?
Taylor's stupid all the time around.
I think
in
you're
the building.
hilarious. To me, I thought the funniest dude, he was next to me. That's probably
Well,
why.
we could have let AJ explain why he thought it was a funny. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No,
maybe he's speaking too soon because I'm
Maybe go ahead and think
I'm
about
a big
somebody.
fan of
Because Rashawn's funny as fuck too.
Oh, yeah,
DB,
Rashawn funny.
Jayon's
DB,
funny.
Rashawn, and
yeah.
Jayon, and
DB's
that little.
hilarious.
I'm gonna give it. If it's not you, I'm gonna give it to Rashawn, bro.
Rashawn's fucking funny,
Yeah.
dude. He's
I think
a funny
Rashawn's
dude.
innocently funny though. He doesn't mean to be funny.
Yeah.
Dude, he is like innocently funny, isn't he?
Remember when he came home with the screensaver?
Oh my god, that shit was so funny, dude.
Funny
That
as
was
hell.
so hilarious.
The show, what was it? The screen share?
Yeah,
We were on the
two
Zoom.
freaky bitches. It was like the
We thought it was Vrabel interrupting our bit. We didn't know if we were bombing and Vrabel just wanted to lighten it up by doing a share screen. And it had all these folders. And one was like Rashawn Evans cut up. And in my mind, it was like, this has got to be Vrabel because he would coach Rashawn one-on-one when I was there, when Rashawn was a rookie. But there was also a folder that said two freaky bitches. And we just thought Vrabel was playing this funny joke. Taylor and I, we call afterwards. We're like, yo, that's hilarious.
called Vrabel after.
Call Vrabel after. And he's like, I thought that was you guys. And we're like, we thought that was you. And then the Rashawn name was there. I was like, hang on, let me call Rashawn. And Rashawn's like, hey, man. He's like, I didn't know you could do that shit. I didn't know what you was doing.
How'd you guys do that?
Yeah, you're like, how'd you guys pull
He's
my
like, it's
screen up?
music,
We're
it's
like, "No, we
music."
didn't do that. He was like, it's music. It's part of my rap. It's part of my song.
He's like, I can do it for you. We're like, all right, go ahead. He's like, man, I'm telling you, it's music. Like, he wouldn't even rap.
And we're like, you got some porn behind that folder, huh? And we made him basically go all the way through the folder to show it was like a rap song he was making. It was funny, dude. It was hilarious.
Two freaky bitches.
But DB's also hilarious to me in the locker room. There you go. That's a good one.
Who was or is your biggest mentor on the team?
Nobody.
Next.
There's nobody you ever like ask questions to or would be like, I'm gonna go ask
I'm
them.
always a learner. I'm always trying to learn, but mentor, that's a
I mean, there's no 10-year wide receiver in there that's going to be
No.
like Hall of Fame or something like that.
Yeah.
Favorite locker room moment with me?
They came over. The O line came over talking shit, and I jumped on Taylor back, tried to jump him, and the receiver didn't help me.
They did not help you. So we beat the shit out of AJ.
And the O line beat the hell out of me. So
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
You already answered this one pretty much.
Yeah. Okay, we'll just end it in a second. But if you could go to any other school besides Mississippi, Ole Miss, where would you go?
Bama.
You go Bama.
Yeah, I'll go to
You wouldn't
Bama.
be afraid this time?
No.
Was there an actual top three or was it always on Ole Miss and
It was
Bama?
Bama, Ole Miss, Mississippi State. I just threw Mississippi State in there because I ain't
But they never really had a
I ain't
chance.
wanted to ride.
See, I would have gone to LSU. If I could go to a different school, I would have gone, and I couldn't go to Michigan, I would go to LSU.
LSU is like
LSU
the hot,
runs so
the hot
fucking
school
deep,
right now.
dude. I dated a girl in Baton Rouge. That place is awesome.
Let's do this one.
Okay.
What did you learn from training with Jerry Rice? Thank you, Sam Perlin.
Jerry Rice the GOAT. I was told he was my cousin, so I'm always go with it. I don't know how
You
to
were
do it.
told Jerry Rice is your cousin,
Yeah,
so
for
you're
real,
just
for real.
like you
we
go
from
with
the
it.
same. We from
Hey,
the
D,
same
is that
area.
true?
From the same area.
Yeah.
Oh, but I'm from the same area as Kenny Proden.
but
your cousin.
it's nobody.
It's my cousin.
Nobody really lives in that area. Like it's nobody like. Anyway, so, of course I'm gonna listen to everything he says. I had a little, ESPN little shoot with him, running the hill with him.
Uh-huh.
You know the hill.
His hill, like
his
the
famous
legendary hill?
Yes, get to that.
What's the legendary hill?
His hill, like he'll like train, like in the off season he'll run it, you know, to get in shape.
It's like a mile long, right? In the mountains or some
Yeah,
shit.
as far as hill. Okay.
Did you do it?
Check this out.
All right.
So
He's wanting to tell the story.
I flew all the way to San Fran for a 15-minute video.
Just to be with him.
Just to run around a couple trees and get filmed. And I was so mad. I'm thinking we finna work for real.
you thought you were gonna go out there and train with him, and he was
yeah,
gonna kind of take you under his wing.
And I was
there.
upset.
They were just gonna film some stuff.
Yeah, I was like, I spent more time in the air than working out.
Yeah.
So you basically met, shook his hand and stuff, and
Yeah.
then they just did it for the promo
He
video.
gave me some advice, but you know, I was upset. I was like, I was kind of mad about that, but
Yeah.
he's still the GOAT.
He's still.
Yeah, I mean,
though.
damn, travel
So you-
across the country to like train with
Yeah,
somebody.
So why don't you hit him up and say I want to do the?
The hill. No, I'm all good. I train my own way. You know, it's all
I mean, after that, you're kind of not
Yeah,
gonna.
I'm all good.
Once you fly back, you're kind of
he
just.
ain't trying to train with me. You know, he
Well,
sitting on the
but if he
couch.
called you and he was like, I want to train with you.
I'd be
you're
a fool.
out there.
I'd be a fool not to go.
Yeah, you gotta go.
Yeah, it's like if I'm gonna have guys out train, blah blah. I'm sure. Yeah. I think he's just saying like he expected to go out there and train with the GOAT, and they basically just had him out there to use him to film a couple things on the hill and then go inside.
Man, that's a bummer, dude.
Yo, I went out with London Fletcher one time, and that motherfucker worked the shit out of me, dude.
Who's London Fletcher?
You don't know who
That
London
guy's
Fletcher
funny.
is, dude?
That's what we need to talk about.
Who's that?
Tyrann Matthew.
Tyrann Matthew?
Wait, hang on.
The
You don't know who
honey
London
badger.
Fletcher is?
No.
He's an Iron Man, bro. Linebacker, Hall of Fame.
Okay.
He was his last year playing. I think it was year 17. He's a legend. He's a stud. Was my rookie year. So the only game I played my rookie year that was active, it was London Fletcher's final game of playing football. So I kind of I get hyped knowing that I backed up London Fletcher in his final game ever.
Right.
But after a couple of years, London and I, we stayed in touch. I seeked him out. He's like, yeah, come out to North Carolina and I'll put you through stuff and we can train, we can watch film, blah, blah, blah.
Really?
And that dude legitimately, I'm talking books, advice, worked the shit out of me in sand, drills, like almost throwing up. Go to his house, watch film, teach me stuff on like watching film. Shout out London Fletcher, dude. He is a legit fucking GOAT.
He's a hoper?
He is a GOAT, yes.
He is. Already in.
Yeah, London Fletcher's in the Hall of Fame.
Damn, that's badass.
Speech and all that. Got himself a little statue, everything.
Got the beats on there.
What are we looking at here?
This is the
Oh, this is it.
Yeah, it's a little 2-minute hill.
You kind of
AJ
mad
looking
right
at
now.
mad as hell.
You kind of mad. Are you mad right there?
Nah, I didn't know. I didn't know.
You didn't know at that point?
We went.
So you then go around the corner, stop, go around the corner. Hey,
Now, did you
stop.
think when you started you were going to run the entire hill, and then they
Thinking
just
like
kept
we gonna
stopping? you?
run though. I'm
First
like,
off, you look fucking 10 times bigger than him. Look at how much bigger, look how much more broad your shoulders
Well, I mean,
are.
Jerry Rice is like getting old.
Yeah, but like, but
He's like, look at you, how much bigger you fucking
no,
are.
I'm just saying, AJ's just a specimen, dude. Like his shoulders are like almost unnaturally wide.
You can tell he's got a lot in the tank because he's got a little pep in his step. Like
Yeah.
he hasn't actually been running that much. But yeah, this was a hill basically that Jerry Rice would run every day in the offseason, no matter how sore, anything.
Yeah.
He would get out of his bed in the morning, kind of like the path thing. His thing was conquering this hill every day, no matter the workout.
How long's the hill?
I think it's a mile or two, right?
Yeah, it's pretty far. I don't know.
Going up and down and shit, because they always talked about Jerry Rice and his work ethic because it's like second to none.
Yeah,
like
like,
and people talk
yeah.
about deloading and this and that. Like Jerry Rice literally ran this hill apparently every day.
Isn't running more than 2 minutes straight like bad for your like fast twitch muscle fibers?
For sure. Yeah.
It's actually not a good way to
For
train
sure.
at all.
It's like it's a great way to promote work ethic through Jerry Rice, but also if you look at that training method, it's like that could be it's not the best way to train if you're like a legitimate pro athlete wide receiver.
Just a cesspool of knowledge. You got it, dude. You got that thing locked down. This dude's like a trainer. It's
Every now
crazy.
and then.
He knows fucking everything. Yeah. All right. Tyrann Matthew. What was it like playing against him?
I'm looking forward to playing him again.
Why?
He talks so much noise. I caught the ball one time. He was like, "I'm gonna kill you." I'm like, we just playing football. Like,
I'm a kid.
let us play. Like, you know, like, are you trying to take my life?
Yeah.
You know, but you know, I ain't backing down, so I'm walking up behind him, and I'm talking, and it was like a little timeout, and he said one thing, just totally just disrespecting me, and he was right, so I kind of felt bad about it.
What'd he say?
He was like, "You grew up watching me." I told myself, yeah, I did grow up watching you. You know, I mean, everybody grew up watching Honey Badger.
Hey, everyone is.
Yeah. So he was like, you grew up watching me, and I'm like, so I'm like, I'm here now. Like, I ain't say exactly that, but
What'd you say?
I mean, he's doing it. I'm not gonna say that, but I told him, I'm like, I'm here now. You know, I don't care nothing about that. You know, so I had to block him the next play, and I was at the point he was right here. And I was like, don't run. Don't run. And then I grabbed him. I latched on. I'm like, oh, I'm finna take him for a ride. He get to spinning and stuff and spinning out the blocks. And I'm like, what you running for? And he was like, move out the way. Just kept talking. And he was like, this is my field. He was like, and I told
Was that on a oh, I can't say you gotta cut that. Was that on a beep? Was that on the one where I pulled? Because I hit him on that play.
And Marcus got smacked.
Yes. I remember that because I remember I hit him and he looked at me and goes, you're too small. And I'm like, bro, I'm literally like 3 heads bigger than you. Like, you're so small. And it was like, you gotta love that fire.
Yeah. I mean, for sure, you would really want somebody like that on your team.
No question.
And he was like, Ruff told him like, chill out. He was like, you tell him to chill. This is my field. Like, you gonna let him talk to you like that too?
Hey, the rest of sorry, Mr. Badger. My apologies, Mr. Badger.
But he definitely played with some swagger, man, and I want to play him again just because I'm gonna laugh at him this time though.
We'll see him again.
Yeah,
bro, it's gotta feel like good and like powerful to be like, you grew up watching me.
Yeah, like. For one, that's disrespectful. That's disrespectful to tell a young guy, you know.
I know, right? They just get the
But how is that
league,
disrespect? That's kind of cool. I'm not gonna.
I know.
I can't wait.
You
to tell
grew up watching me.
You grew up watching me.
Like, who are you?
And then just walk
you
off.
You say like, who are you? You grew up watching me, right?
Bro,
like,
I love telling people I have no idea who they are.
Oh yeah, bro. This dude say that stuff all the time. Like, I'd be like, Taylor, just shut up.
There's some.
I heard you say that a couple times,
bro. There's some dudes. I'm like, who the fuck is this guy, bro?
Bro,
you know how it is.
Bro.
Yeah.
Some dudes like you're just like, I've never even heard of this cat.
Oh, I mean, it's been said to me. My first first year like playing and like taking over the starting role. I remember I broke up a pass with, I've said this story, with Greg Olson.
Yeah.
And
that's right.
We had this funny gig, like something we'd probably create, to where you would Spider-Man, like it was around the locker room. If somebody made like a dumb comment, like how I did the Mies thing earlier.
Yeah.
You would like spray somebody with the spider web because Spider-Man came out and people were, it's like somebody's kids was doing this thing. So we just made it like a locker room thing.
Yeah.
But anyway, I broke up this pass with Olsen, and to kind of make the sideline laugh and players around me, spat him with the Spider-Man thing. He goes, man, who the fuck are you? Like, what are you, the third string? Jogs back to the huddle. I just remember going, hey, I'll work for this spot. Just trying to be funny because I've never taken nothing like way too serious when I'm out on the field. I'm like having fun.
Bro,
like, hey, man, I work for this spot. What the fuck? And then we had a timeout and he came over and he was like, hey, man, I didn't mean to disrespect you back there. I like got in the moment. He said, I know you worked hard for this position. And, I didn't mean that back there, but that's my bad. But it was like one of the funny moments.
Shout out Greg Olson, fucking backtracking, dude. Well, a little scared of Will Compton, I see.
I tweeted after we told Kyle Rudolph that in Miami, and Olsen actually tweeted back and said, like, yeah, I remember that moment. Not my proudest moment, blah, blah, blah.
That's so funny, dude.
Dude, it was such a funny moment. The whole bullshit Spider-Man thing that's in my head now is, we had so much fun with that shit.
Dude, it's like this year was like the first year I've had people come up to me and be like fans of me. It was a weird thing. Like
you said that one dude came up and
when we
like,
played the Raiders, is it Colton Miller?
Yes.
That left tackle.
Left tackle.
He like came up to me and he was like, bro, like I like idolize you. And in my head I'm like, we're both here. Like we're both in the league.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but I'm like taking back, I was like super complimented by it. Like it meant a lot. It was super cool to hear.
Yeah.
Because you work hard and you try, you get these accolades and like you hope there's like some kid in high school watching you and then he comes out. He's like, yo, I look up to you. And I was like,
that's
you just never know who you're inspiring or imprinting on.
No,
like there's probably some
idea.
young kid that's like watching AJ
That's why
that might be in the league with him and they'll be like, yo, AJ, you're the man, bro. Like I fucking love watching you growing up and you're just gonna be taken back by it. Like, damn, I guess, you carry a little more responsibility with it probably.
Yeah, dude. I had when we were in the third preseason game, I was running with the 2s because I was suspended. But like this like little ass dude, he's wearing like a 40s number. and it was some small little DN.
Yeah.
And I literally took him for a fucking ride. Like he and I fast passed at 15 yards down the field. And we finished the block and we walked away. He goes, man, it's an honor to play against you. And I was like, what the fuck, dude? Like I just dusted you. Like have some pride in what is going on right now. But it totally took the wind out of my sails. I was like, damn, all right, well.
Yeah, I can't chirp you anymore.
Yeah,
thanks.
Hey, appreciate that. Yeah. And now I'm trying to make a good impression. Like the one time he meets me, I'm trying to be a nice. Hey, it's all right. You're doing great out here. Like, what am I gonna fucking say to this guy? It's a fucking bit of a deal.
Doubt, dude.
A bit of a deal, man. AJ Brown, future #1 wide receiver in the league. Thank you so much for coming on the bus, dude.
Thank you for having me.
Do we have anything else? You have any questions for us? Any expectation when you came on here?
As your mentor in the locker room.
Listen, I don't want you to.
There's a lot of.
I mean,
I don't want you to keep doing your thing. Your fucking swag. The swag I feel like you carry with yourself is obviously what's going to make you one of the best receivers in the
league. Taste it in the air.
I mean, you rock that little the Rottweiler tail in the back.
The Gucci.
What is that?
What is that?
Explain that.
It's a little rat tail.
Because it kind of drives. When I see it happen on guys, it kind of drives me nuts. But you're on here now, and I want to learn about it.
Yeah. So I just cut my hair recently, but I got to keep the Gucci going. I named it Gucci. And,
it's got a name.
Yeah. And I'm gonna braid it up.
Like, how's Gucci doing back there? You scratch it?
Yeah.
It used to be blonde. What happened to it?
I'm gonna blonde it back.
You gonna blonde it back?
Yeah, for the season.
The blonde looks sharp. How many yards this year you get?
You rock the shades. That's how you just know. It's like there's a rookie dude and he's taking photos before the season with shades on.
At the rookie whatever.
Yeah, premiere.
Look at and the chains hanging out. Shout out Darren Bates.
Not a watch guy, chain guy. AJ Brown. Why don't you get a watch?
Doesn't need to know what time it is.
I'm always on time.
Let's go. Let's go, dude.
My God. All right, then. It's a good time to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, that was solid. You got to end with something like that.
I'm leaking. I got to go take a fucking walk.